Now movie time is movie time. Hello, Bilkin. I've had the most wonderful Saturday night tonight. Did you have a good Saturday night? I had a fantastic time, man. Fucking brilliant. Absolutely wonderful fucking Saturday night. I saw this Johnny Cash roadshow. It was, hold on, got his name written down. It's that bad in my nose sometimes, man. I went to, no, it was in Stevenage, Gordon Craig Theatre. It was Clive John. Clive John. If you ever get a chance, go and see Clive John performing Johnny Cash songs. Don't expect to go and see Johnny Cash, because I mean the only way you're going to look like that, Clive John, the only way you're ever going to look like Johnny Cash is if you stay up all night snorting cocaine for 30 years. It wasn't a lookalike contest, mate. You know what I mean? But he's brilliant. Absolutely fantastic voice, man. Clive, you got the voice down to a T, mate. You are. You're the heart and soul of Johnny Cash. I'll raise my glass to you, man. I'll raise my fucking glass to you. You're the heart and the soul of Johnny Cash. Clive John. Seriously. Serious to God. It wasn't a tribute. It was a celebration. So it wasn't a tribute, it was a celebration. You know what I mean? It wasn't pretending to be Johnny Cash. You know what I mean? It wasn't a pretend thing or anything like that. It was just fucking the music, the voice. The music and the voice. It was just the soul of it. I love going to the theatre. Man, I've seen some great shows, but that was a really, really fantastic Johnny Cash concert, man. And for a start, Johnny Cash himself is dead, right? Johnny Cash has been dead for, a few years now, And actually, if you ever went to see Johnny Cash live, you'd be a mile from the stage anyway, like all the other fucking big rock stars, or big, countries, whatever. Most of the time, but I mean, the same sound. But too late, I'm dead now. I've got sore teeth. Hurts like hell, man. That's what I want for my birthday, Rob. New set of fucking teeth. Well, I want the fucking bridges on my teeth to fix my teeth. I'll tell you how to do it if you like, without taking them out. Screw them in. Give me your... No, give everybody your fucking... Not my ears. My teeth are completely fucked, actually. My teeth are completely fucked. They really are. Anyway, yeah. And I saw Clive. Is it Clive John? Clive John? That's a funny name, actually. Unusual name, actually. Yeah, Clive John. He performed all the fucking hits of Johnny Cash. Well, a lot of the Johnny Cash music for about 2.5 hours, man. Was it 2.5 hours? Started at 8 o'clock, 7:45. 9 o'clock we had a break. That's 1.25 hours. Played to about 10:15. That's another hour and a half. An hour and a quarter. That's 2.5 hours. 2.5 hour show of Johnny Cash music, man. Live and well. Fucking beautiful heart, man. Voice was fantastic, man. Your voice, the band was fantastic. The whole fucking, it was a celebration. It wasn't an imitation. It wasn't supposed to be an imitation or anything like that. It wasn't meant to be an imitation or anything like that. It was a celebration of Johnny Cash. He was absolutely fantastic though. Clive John, you're fucking brilliant. Take my hat off to you. Well, no, leave my hat on for you, man. So I'll keep my hat on for you, man. That's Johnny Cash live. That's immortality, isn't it? For Johnny Cash's music. Well, you thought records would have been immortality, but they destroyed the record player. I mean, you would have thought, if you kept all the records, that you destroyed a load of records and shit. In fact, there's so many records you'll never hear again, I'll tell you that. Especially indie bands and unknown stuff. There's a hell of a lot of music you'll never hear again, probably. Because you destroyed the record player. You destroyed the DVD, you destroyed the video, the VHS video, the camera. You destroyed the VHS. You destroyed the analog television. You destroyed the analog television. You can't kill the music. You can't kill all the music, can you? But it's wonderful to listen to it live. To go to a real live, it was like a real live Johnny Cash concert, man. Well, it was Clive John performing Johnny Cash music, singing the songs. And it was fucking beautiful. Good, fucking excellent, man. Fucking excellent. Anyway, that's what I did on Saturday night. So I went to Royals and been to several concerts over the years. Saw Michael Jackson a few years ago. Ben, if you get a chance to go see Ben, he's good. But anyway, I was talking about my brother, but yeah, because it's Robert's birthday. I'm still on the same subject of what I was on in the last movie. Like, I haven't finished the film, sort of. It's like sort of second half of the last movie. So this is the second half of the last movie. I was talking about the hands. I was talking about a hand, yeah. Have I told the story? Do you know the story of the hand? Have I told you the story of the hand? I have, partly, haven't I? I got up to Robert, didn't I? Because like I say, because in the last movie, I'll just recap quickly. Let me quickly recap where I was in the last movie. And I was saying to Robert, because you're only 50 at the moment, Rob. You're not too old to have another kid. I think you'd like a son, wouldn't you, Rob? You've got Phoebe, obviously. Like I'm saying, you've got Phoebe as the beginning of the rainbow, yeah? But you're not too old to have another son, to have another kid. You're not too old. Fuck it. You're only 50, Robert. If you live to be 80, kid will be 30 years old when you're 80. You know how many children don't have any parents? You know how many children don't have any fathers? You know what I mean? You're fit as a fiddle. You're still you're still very fit, Rob. You're only 50 years old, Robert. I'm only 1 year behind you. I'm right behind you, Robert. I said, Rob, I'm 49. I'm horny as hell all the time, Robert, truthfully. I said, I am 49 and I'm still as horny as hell all the time, Rob. Honestly. You're not too old to be a dad, really, Rob. I think you and Debs should have a son if you want one. I mean, if you want a child, I think you should go for it, man. You're not that old. 50 ain't that old. I mean, Dad's 80, for fact. Well, yeah, 84 or 83 or something like that, isn't he? He's still alive, isn't he? We're still here, aren't we? You're not too old to be a dad at 50, I'll tell you that. So I don't think you're too old to be a dad at 50. Anyway, Robert was born in 65, that's February, so it's like the dawning of the age of Aquarius, like I was saying on the last movie, like. Because that's right, because I was saying about rock and roll, wasn't I? I was talking about music, wasn't I? I was saying like sort of 58 to sort of like 61, 58 was sort of like height of the rock and roll years, as rock and roll, wasn't it? Gene Vincent, that kind of time, wasn't it? Buddy Holly, Gene Vincent, it was that kind of time, like 58, wasn't it? When Jackie was born, it was like the height of the Buddy Holly years. It was like Buddy Holly, Gene Vincent, all that kind of shit. Elvis Presley kind of thing going on, wasn't he? And then, in 61, Jim was born, and that was like when the mods started, like The Who and shit like that. And, and then in 65, that's when the hippies started in 65. Well, in fact, it was about 1965 when the hippie movement really started, wasn't it? This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. We're still your 50th year, Rob. I said, Robert, it's still your 50th year. Still the age of Aquarius, Robert. I said, Robert, it's still the age of Aquarius. Isn't it? It's your 50th year, Rob. It's my 50th in April. It's my 50th in April. I'm William, by the way. Anyway, I'm William. I was born in 1966, and I'll come on the story. I was born in 1966. We're talking about a hand, aren't we? Jackie, James, Robert. Robert was born in 65. I was born in 1966, you see. I was born in 1966. It's kind of like Sergeant Pepper and the Magical Mystery Tour, Robert. Robert and me. Robert was born in 66, right? Well, I'm still here. I'm 49 at the moment, right? I'm 49 at the moment. But Robert was born in 65 and I was born in 66. That's kind of like Sergeant Pepper's Magical Mystery Tour, Robert. Because Sergeant Pepper, I think, was in 65, wasn't it, Rob? Actually, I think Sergeant Pepper was released in 1965, Rob. I think Magical Mystery Tour was released in 66, Rob. Is that right? Something like that, the Beatles. It was like Sergeant Pepper was released in 65, and then Magical Mystery Tour began in 1966. I'm sort of like number 4, you see. But me and Robert, there's only 1 year, 14 months. I was born in April, you see. April is the age of the ram, by the way. My 50th birthday. It's my 50th birthday coming up in April, by the way. Just so you don't forget, Rob. Still your 50th this year, Rob. It's your 50th this year. Actually, Age of Aquarius, isn't it, Rob? Age of Aquarius. It's my 50th in April. 19th, actually. 19th of April. 1960. I was born in 1966, you see. Robert was born... There was Jackie, James, Robert, William. Just William. You can call me William. Right? William. Just William. I was born in 1966, you see. 1966, you see. When England won the World Cup in 1966, didn't they? You should remember 1966. It's the only year England have ever won the World Cup. That's how shit England are at football, I'll tell you that. It's 2015, isn't it? 2015. Actually, is it 2015? Am I 14? I'm 50. Now 66, where is it? No, it's 2016. I've got the years wrong. Where is it? No, it's 2016. Shit. I thought it was 2015. That was last year. Well, it's still this. It's Robert's 50th anyway. That's right. It's 2016. That's right. It's going to be it's my birthday in April, like 2016. 19th of April. Because I'll be 50 this year. You see, it's my 50th birthday this year. In April. Anyway. So I'm saying like, yeah, because I was born a year after Robert. Do you know, me and Robert, we used to share, true story. Robert's 14 months older than me. When we were kids, me and Robert, true story, me and Robert used to share a green pram. He had one of these, Mum had one of these double prams. My mum had this pram or something like that. Robert always existed before me, actually. Truth is, Robert always existed before me. Robert arrived before me. I'm number 4 out of 5. I am only number 4 out of 5. There's Jackie, James, Robert, William and Donald. Donald's our little brother. I'll come to Donald in a minute. So Donald is our little brother. I'll come to him in a minute. Anyway, it's 1966 here, I was born. That's Aries, isn't it? Aries the ram. Isn't it Aries the ram? That's about right for me, isn't it? Like fucking ram. Yeah. I'll ram you off the cliff, you fucker. Yeah, I'm sort of like the ram, you see. Because my 50th in April, so I'm like the ram. So it's like the edge of Aries in April. Because it's the age of Aquarius at the moment, like, you know, because Robert's 50th year, you know. But I'll be 50 in April, and April will be the age of the ram, you see. I'll be 50 in April, that's the age of the ram. I'll be 50 April 19th, that's the age of the ram. Anyway, me and Robert, there's only 14 months, but we used to share the same pram, and we used to share baths as well. I mean, you got a tinkle too, haven't you? I got a tinkle. You got a tinkle, yes, alright. Let's blow bubbles. We used to share the same bath. We used to, Nana Ruthven, actually, our grandmother, Phoebe now, she's actually Robert's daughter. Nana Ruthven is actually Robert's daughter, Phoebe. Our grandmother is in fact Robert's daughter. Blood, mate. Fucking blood flows. I'm telling you, blood fucking flows, alright? Phoebe is in fact Nana Ruthven. Anyway, when we were children, I'll come to that in a minute. I'll tell you that story in a minute. I've probably already told you, haven't I? Me and Robert, you know, we used to climb trees with Don and Jim and stuff. We used to climb trees a lot. Robert, do you know Robert always used to climb? Every time, me and Robert always climb trees. You know, ever since we were kids with Jim and Jackie and Donald, like when he, you know. But anyway, we used to climb trees a lot, me and Robert. especially. I think Robert used to follow Jim up the tree. I think Jim used to be. I think Jim was the main tree climber at first. I think probably Jim got higher than Robert actually. I don't know much. Can't remember that far back actually. Well, I can remember that far back, but I think Jim might have climbed a few branches higher than Robert in the trees. Do you remember Northwoods? We were dangerous children, Robert. We were one fucking dangerous family, man. When we were kids, we used to climb trees, man. We'll come to that in a minute. And climb higher, way up, man. Anyway, I was born 66. Anyway, so it's my 50th year in April, sort of thing. It's the end of your 50th year at the moment, Robert. Still the end of your 50th year at the moment. You've got until the 12th of fucking February, Robert. That's Dad's month. My 50th then. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of your 50th birthday. Anyway, I was born in 1966, like, I'm William, just William, Anyway, Donald was born in 1970, like, 4 years later. Donald's our little finger, is our little brother. Donald's the little brother. Donald was actually born in 1970, like, he's the cute one. Well, I'm not too bad myself, actually. But anyway, Donald was born in 1970. And that was the start, that was sort of like, I don't know, the glam rock, wasn't it? Because the hippies were 1965, 66, weren't they? Robert, when we were born, that was the start of the hippie generation, wasn't it, Robert? 1965 and 1966, Robert. Wasn't that the start of Star Trek as well? 1965 and 1966 was the beginning of Star Trek, actually. Robert, when we were born, when me and Robert were born, that was the beginning of Star Trek, 1965 and 1966. Because pilot was in 65 and the episode released in 66. That was the beginning of Star Trek. It was also the beginning of the hippie generation, wasn't it? Woodstock and the gay rights movement also began. Around about 1960. Yeah, it did. The protest marches and all that. Stonewall, things like Stonewall. I think Stonewall's in the 60s, wasn't it? We're around 66, 67, man. 69, maybe, I don't know. But actually, that was the gay revolution as well, wasn't it? The funny thing is, I've always found, this is the funny thing about the gay revolution, Robert. So, about the Donald was born in 1970. That was glamour. I'll come to that in a minute. Funny thing is, Robert, the hippie movement sort of started in 1965, 66 with the Beatles, basically. Basically, the Beatles released Sgt. Pepper and all hell broke loose, basically, Robert. Isn't it true? When the Beatles released Sgt. Pepper, all hell broke loose. That was 1965, 1966, the hippie generation. And that was also the start of the gay movement as well, in the hippie generation. Because the hippie generation, the hippies were all about free love, you see. The hippies were all about free love. It doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl. If I fancy you, I'll fuck you. Free love it was. It's literally free love in the 1960s, wasn't it, Robert? Yeah? 1965, 66 time. That was free love. That was the hippie movement. Began in 65 and 66. It did. It began in 65, 66, the hippie movement. That was free love. That was gay liberation. That was actually, truthfully, in the 1960s. I don't know exactly what year, you have to look it up in the history books, I don't know exactly what year. But did you know, in the beginning of the 60s, homosexuality was illegal. Isn't it true? In the 1960s, the early 1960s, homosexuality was illegal. It was fucking illegal. It's true. In the 1960s, nice build up here, yeah. In the 1960s, the gay rights movement started. People like Tom Robinson singing "Sing If You're Glad to Be Gay." In fact, Tom Robinson was a major player with his music. I think Tom Robinson was the biggest fucking influence in gay culture ever. You can print that in stone. He began the civil rights movement with his song. I'd say Tom Robinson, he's still alive and well, still performing, I think. But Tom Robinson actually sort of he actually started the gay movement. Because Tom Robinson released a song, one song. He said, sing if you're glad to be gay, sing if you're happy that way. It is true. It is true. Tom Robinson began the gay rights movement, with a protest song, with his protest song. Tom Robinson began the gay rights movement in the 60s, basically, with a song, one song. It was Sing If You're Glad to Be Gay. Have you heard that song? It's fucking brilliant. Sing if you're glad to be gay, sing if you're happy that way. That was the biggest fucking influence in world culture for the gay movement in the 60s. It's America and Britain, I think. Yeah, I say America and Britain. Europe, and Britain, America. The world. That was the biggest fucking song for the gay movement in the 60s was Tom Robinson. And he ain't got enough respect, man. He has never had enough respect. You should respect Tom Robinson. Because without Tom Robinson, gay would still be illegal. True. It is fucking true. Because in 65 and 66, people started taking lots of cannabis and LSD. Actually, do you remember the 60s? The early 60s? Do you remember the East End? Bloke walks up to Ronnie Kray and says, Ronnie, you psychopath, are you still taking the pills? Bloke walks up to Ronnie Kray and says, Ronnie, you psychopath, you gay fucking psychopath, you fucking puff, are you still taking the pills? And Ronnie says, yeah, the Who gave me some blue ones the other day. Talking about my generation, all right? Get it? Bloke walks up to Ronnie Kray and says, are you still taking the pills for your schizophrenia? Schizophrenia? Well, of course he's got a brother. What? They say Ronnie Kray was mad, yeah? Because he needed his brother, Ronnie Kray, right? Needed Reggie Kray. Yeah? Does that make Ronnie Kray mad? Is that schizophrenia? When you look, how many people talk to the mirrors? I talk to my mirror all the fucking time, man. Now I'm talking to video cameras. I used to talk to mirrors all the time, but then I've discovered the video cameras, etc., etc. That's one of the other movies. But actually, was Ronnie Kray schizophrenic? He was talking to his brother all the time, Reggie Kray, his face-offs. No, I don't think he was schizophrenic at all, man. Because Ronnie and Reggie Kray were always together, man. You know what I mean? No matter what. He wasn't mad. Beautiful thing. I still carry the hammer, by the way. It's probably on one of the other movies, but I'll take that. The hammer. My hammer. Bang, bang, bang. Easy solution. But yes. But I don't think it was really mad, really, yeah. Just on a different plane to most of the world. Well, mind you, had a book. In fact, the funny thing was with Robert, it's like, because Robert's a year older than me, actually. He's my big brother. Robert's my big brother, you see. It's still Robert's 50th birthday this year, isn't it? No, wicked. Fucking. Where's my fucking... Oh, there it is. Hold on.